So today I'm going to be showcasing the physical Mira at 100%, and I did showcase him a while back, but now obviously he is at 100%, and the reason why he's a unit that I am very interested in, for one, obviously he still has a potential awakening in the future, and you also have to take into account the fact that he has an absolutely incredible link set, and right there, his attack stat is 746,000, obviously with the attack increase from Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and then we have an even further attack and defensive increase from the Meta Cooler here. Now, when you pair him up with the, with the Tech, what's her name? I forgot her name now. What's her name? Tech, it's not Mira. Oh, what's her name? I actually forgot her name, I can't believe this. It's Toa. There we go. When you pair her up with the Tech Toa, that is activating the Xenoverse link, which is a 20% attack link. And then we have Demon Duo. So there is a lot of potential there when it comes to the attack link. So I'm going to obviously get them both paired up and just see how it goes from there. But honestly, it definitely surprised me when they didn't awaken either one when Xenoverse 2 came out. Maybe they are saving it for Xenoverse 3. Maybe they had planned to awaken both of them at some point, but they just didn't decide to go down that road for whatever reason. So the Toa herself doesn't necessarily have that much potential when it comes to attack, but she is a great support unit. Obviously, the Mira is going to be the hardest hitting unit out of the, just the Xenoverse unit set. You have Xeno Trunks in there as well, but that's whatever. The Mira is the main star of the show, and you can see how much of a difference the boost from the Meta Cooler is making, and obviously the boost from Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black's Super Attack Mechanic. But again, I want to get him in the best possible partnership with a Toa, just to see what he's actually capable of at his best. And obviously, when you have a unit in play like the Int Meta Cooler, that is going to increase his attack even further. So there are multiple situations, of course, I do want to try out in this particular video. But let me know your thoughts in the, about the Mira in the comment section down below, or maybe just another Xenoverse unit. Is there a unit that you think has a lot of potential that hasn't awakened yet? Because there are a few units in the game that are extremely, old, and they still haven't received rebirth. So definitely interested to see how good the Mira is going to be after that awakening. But I'm hoping that they don't go down the Super Saiyan God Goku route, because the thing about Super Saiyan God Goku is that he only got a 5% increase to his passive, but they kind of made up for that by giving them the ability to raise their attack with every single super attack. So there are multiple factors that come into it. Obviously, there is a potential rebirth on the cards, but this is also almost very close to it being the best possible rotation for the Mira. Obviously, we just need to get that support unit in play, which in this situation is the Intelligence Meta Cooler. But still, a great rotation here. Bit of a shame that he doesn't have Fierce Battle. That is another link that he could get. Maybe not big bad bosses, but he even has Nightmare. He has Demon Duo. He has Xenoverse. Just so many great attack links there. Obviously, you have the Inzamasu with the Nightmare link. You have Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black with Nightmare. I believe the Meta Cooler has the Nightmare link as well. There's so many great units with all of these multiple great attack links that I definitely think it's worth considering that Mira. But right now, I think he's a unit that a lot of people tend to overlook because, for one, they decided to take that man out of banners. I have absolutely no idea why. I think he is in double rates banners and just kind of filler ones, so to speak. But definitely is... It's such a weird thing to me, because it's like, he is an extremely unique unit with a lot of potential. So I don't know why they haven't tried to do something with them. Maybe they could have awakened with them, say, an event. That was a great opportunity to do so, but for some reason they just decided to put it off. But yeah, like I said, this is basically his best possible rotation, and this does basically confirm that the Nightmare link is being activated here. So that is Demon Duo being activated, which is a 20% attack link. We have the Nightmare link active, which is 10%. We have the Xenoverse link active, which is another 20%. And of course, we have the attack and defensive increase from the Cooler there as well. So very excited to see how high his attack stat is going to be. And keep in mind that this is him without being awakened. So I suppose let's see what happens. And I believe that his current passive increase is 70%. So his attack stat is just under 1 million. He has a ton of potential. You can just see from the way that he performed right there that he has a lot of potential. Obviously, has come down to the fact that he just needs that awakening. Even a 10% attack increase to his passive, change his 12 key multiplier maybe. There are a few things that could just improve his performance overall. Again, it comes down to what they decide to do with the cards. Right now, this is what we have, but he is still a very great unit. Is he worth giving orbs to? I honestly say, if you have enough dupes, he is going to be putting in a lot of work. You know, he is one of the better physical type units. For villains, obviously you have units like Full Power Freezer, you have Cooler, Omega Shenron, so there are a lot of good physical type units for villains. But I think Mira is one of the units that a lot of people tend to overlook. But his link set is great. He has great attack links, he has great key links as well. He has Fear and Faith, which is going to be his main key link by far. You can't doubt the fact that his partnership with Toa is great, and obviously we are about to see him in play without any increases from units like the Cooler. So that is obviously going to be a more accurate depiction of what he can do, just because you're not going to have a support unit in play the majority of the time. And point still stands, he is an absolutely incredible unit. So 689,000. That is interesting. So his attack stat jumps significantly when you pair him up with a Cooler, and that is extremely obvious as well. But one thing that is actually gonna be interesting to see is how he performs with the Nightmare Link being active, but not the support for but not the support from the Cooler, because there are other units on his team with no Nightmare Link. So let's try to activate all of his attack links and then obviously get a support in play again from the Cooler. But like I said, it's not something that's going to be coming up every single turn. You can maybe implement someone like the physical Boo. The physical Boo, because he's going to be providing a 40% attack and defensive increase. You know, small details like that are going to make a massive difference in the long run. But we have the Nightmare Link being activated right now. We have Super Saiyan Rose, Goku Black at the end there. We have Demon Geo, like I said. The Universe, so like I said, I just said that like 10 times now. But we have them. Pardon me, we have the majority of his major attack links being activated. So let's see how much his attack stat rises by with that Nightmare Link being activated. We are truly going to be able to see what makes the biggest difference. The Link skills or the passive from Cooler, and clearly Cooler does make the bigger difference here, because with Cooler in play, we managed to get his attack stats like 960,000, which is significantly higher than what it was right now. And there we go, Rose managed to pull off a crit there. But like I said, he's definitely a unit that a lot of people tend to overlook. I hope to see him in play in the future, but on a big time level. They may even decide to release a new one. But it's been a while since we've seen any Xenoverse related events, so I don't know what they are doing. Like I said, there have been multiple situations in the past where they kind of just put off releasing cards, and I would imagine that they are most likely going to do the same. Well, that's what they did with the the Mira and such, and they decided to release a new Toa, so I don't know what they are trying to do here, but then again, nothing that they do makes a lot of sense. So alright, there we go. Locomo took Omega Shenron out, and I think we are going to have the Mira in this rotation again. We are with the Cooler. Isn't that just a great rotation? And we have already seen the Mira in play without the Toa, so we can see how much of a difference certain links make, clearly. But yeah, I think I've pretty much said everything that there is to say on this particular unit. His peak is 960,000. He isn't on the category. He isn't on like any other teams that go above a 120% attack increase, which is a bit of a shame because he does have a lot of potential when it comes to his attack, but he just has that untapped potential, which it frustrates me, because it's like he is so close to being an optimal unit on so many teams, but he just doesn't quite have the necessary push. But again, that's most cards in the game right now. Some to get shafted, which is a bit of a shame, but there's not much else we can do at this point. Obviously, Bandai makes the game, or Katsuki. Bandai's just easy to blame, but maybe in the future we are gonna get to see something else. Okay, well that was interesting. Didn't expect to get the 18 key super attack, but then again, we are getting 6 key overall from both Roses, so I suppose it makes sense. And now we have the Rose with significantly more potential system buffs by the look of it. And you get a crit. Oh, damn it, it wasn't even enough to put it off. Well, I'm going to finish things off with Zamasu here. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, a bit more of a unit that a lot of people don't look at when it comes to team building and such. But he is definitely overlooked. But he is very solid at 100%. Like I said multiple times, he has a lot of potential for the future. But it comes down to the facts. Well, it comes down to whether or not they want to awaken him. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you all in the next one.